awake now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technicolor rain between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Weekend Herb.
You're muted.
I'm not muted.
It's the muted wonder. Your boy is the Petty over here.
I'm not muted.
He was talking to me.
I've returned, and today I shall be named the one with the ovaries. Yay me. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Wanda is the worst. Yeah.
And we completely agree with you. We so wholeheartedly agree with you. Thank you guys for joining us, tuning in to Blerds and Whiskey Live. We got a great show as always lined up for you. And hope you guys enjoyed this week's Thirsty Thursdays. I definitely enjoyed myself. I had a sea-rushing good time, Mr. Petty. What y'all drinking this week?
I am actually drinking it. God, this shit is nasty.
I for years, Rita has been trying to get us to drink Incredible Hulks live on the air. We're doing this now. Shouts out to you, Rita. I hate my childhood.
It should have been Incredible Ritas. I'm just saying.
They can do that next time.
We already had a blur to Rita once, you know.
Yeah, but that wasn't for me.
How do you know?
I don't. I'm just assuming.
So right now we're just doing like the regular versions of stuff, maybe mixing a little bit of fruit. We haven't started getting into the crazy concoctions portion yet, but I feel like that might be coming very soon with some real just out and out foolishness as far as the drink making goes.
So next time you guys are going to actually have pre-ready made ice though, right? We're not going to be like, hey, Garcon Trey, fetch the fucking ice. We're not going to do that, are we?
You know what?
So ice once, man. Like, you're acting like that.
Let me address that right now. I was trying to include you in on helping make the drink, and I wasn't going to say nothing about Mr. Petty just trying to ice you out of the whole episode by standing in front of you. But you know what? Next time you come on, I'm going to make sure that we both shoulder check your ass right so that you're right in the back. We're going to stand shoulder to shoulder. And you're going to be in the back doing like this.
Okay.
Wait.
I sometimes forget exactly like the height levels between us. So my apologies, Trey.
Wait, no.
Really?
You know what we should do?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna throw it all the way back to the Suitland apartment where we played the Russian roulette shots.
Nope. Nope. And this is why you're not in charge of our drinks. This is why you're not in charge of our drinks.
That should be the next one. I'm just saying.
Yo, that would be fun. We need more people for that.
It would.
We should do that.
My table is so big, y'all.
We should do that.
In Philly. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be Mr. Not a Team player on that one.
So for those of you for the uninitiated in our friendship, we basically had, you know how a roulette table goes, where you have a ball going around the table to hit the different numbers. We have different shots of varying liquids, I'll say that, and we spin a bottle in the middle. Whoever spins it, it lands on that shot. You take that shot. We had everything you can think of. We had liquor, we had water, we had milk. Oh, it was a smashing good time.
This has foolishness written right all over it. God, I'm down for it.
Oh, yeah, let's live a little. Live a little. We're on vacation. Also, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy birthday, Ma! I'm sorry, I said happy birthday. I've been drinking all night. I'm drinking all night. Happy Mother's Day. My bad.
Well, technically, it was a birth that made her a mother, so you could kind of get away.
Yeah, except for that she didn't.
No, I'm live and I'm being stupid. Sorry.
And that's the
show's happy motto. Mother's Day.
And all you hear in the back, Trey, you called me? I'm not done with breakfast yet. Leave me alone.
Oh man. But yeah, so that's it for the drinks. I think I got it right. Nope. Somebody got
Red Hulk.
Drink.
What the
Not
fuck
in the
is
What is that? A Red Hulk, man? That's the General Ross.
Red Hulk. It's a General Ross.
All righty.
Agent of Chaos.
Yeah, just don't assault the ice. But anywho, moving on. Con season, guys. Awesome cons coming up June 3rd through the 5th at the Washington Convention Center for $85. Go to awesome-con.org for more details. BlerdCon, the mecca that we can't all wait for. July 8th through the 10th, Hyatt Regency, $65 is going to be, for more information, blerdcon.com. And HNIC, guys, the tickets are on sale. It's going to be Juneteenth weekend, June 17th through the 19th. Tickets are on sale at headnerdsincharge.com. So get your tickets. All righty. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Blerds and Whiskey wants to say rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, the controversial podcast. I guess we call him like it. Well, anyway, he passed away.
Podcast influencer.
Podcast influencer. Passed away at the age of 56 due to cardiac arrest. We're not going to get real toxic how it's been as far as when people saying like, hey, they glad he's not here anymore, but rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Guys, this is kind of, I don't want to get way into this, but the Supreme Court is poised to overturn Roe v. Wade. Man, thoughts?
As a member of the Y chromosome, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because I ain't got nothing to say about this. All I can say is that they're fucking wrong, and that it's not our right to say shit about it. But I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
No. You shouldn't shut the fuck up because you said what was right, and it's not your place to tell anybody what to do with their bodies. And the fact that Kamala Harris, shout out to Kamala Harris, said, name a law where the government or the states or anybody has ruling over the male body. And there are none. There are zero. Zero. But there are laws that will literally get me put in jail, imprisoned, whatever, if I do something with my body. But it's not the other way around. And that's the part that's crazy. So when you said, oh, I'm just going to tell people it's not our place, it's not your place. So that's what you should say to the other people who feel like it is their place to tell us what to do with our body parts. That's the part. That's be an ally, and which I feel like you are, but that's your place.
It feels odd for me to say I'm pro-choice in a choice that I don't have a choice in. So that's basically how I feel about it. I do find it ironic that the most people who are against, who are so-called pro-life, are the same ones who are screaming out "my body, my choice" when it came to mask mandates. But I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Like I'm a chill.
You legitimately took the words right out of my mouth. Like I was actually just about to say that. This makes no sense. It's frustrating as hell. And it's frustrating for me, and I'm not a woman. Like that's the part. Like I can't even begin to even feel the way a woman must feel about something like this. But then also, like, this is also leading down another track, right? That's something else that's also very dangerous to people that look like us, right? Because they're starting to set a precedent of repealing Supreme Court rulings and judgments, right? So what's to say they don't repeal the Civil Rights Act? What's to say they don't start repealing a whole bunch of other things? Like this is a very, very, very dangerous precedent. And at this point, it's time for everybody to get off your ass and fight like hell, because shit's about to get. It's like we said it in 2016 when they elected that rotten motherfucker. We said it afterwards. Like, it's getting worse, and I really need for everybody to like wake up. Like, it's time to get the malaise off your eyes. It's time to get the sugar daddy out your ears and get out here and start fighting, because shit is getting weird.
Facts.
Yeah, it's not your fucking place, and that's just how I feel it. But moving on, Guys, what did y'all think about the motherfucker who rushed the stage on Dave Chappelle? Because I feel like every single
I was gonna say this is the only time I'm gonna quote that fucked up ass movie. You get what you deserve.
Okay, everyone knows what Dave Chappelle looks like. I mean, we're not. You know, we've seen Dave Chappelle come back, or some people like to say Dave Chappelle clone. We know what Dave Chappelle looks like. The dude's a brolic. He's like the second most brolic comedic person out there, next to him and Carrot Top. But what makes you think that you're gonna run up on stage and try to bum rush this dude on stage? Like, come on. And then it was hilarious. I shout out to Blerds and Whiskey. I posted my comments on it too.
Rita?
Pass. Y'all said enough. I mean, pass. It's pass. Somebody else go.
So not only did he run up on the most brolic comedian of all time, but then also you got Jamie Foxx, who is constantly in a state of perpetual being in shape. And then also Mr. I Live for This Shit, Busta Rhymes was up there.
Like, ahead.
this dude, I believe his name is I believe the young man's name is Isaiah Washington. This dude had to have the worst timing ever. Because then you run up there with not a gun, but a fake gun that's a knife. So I'm quite sure you done just pissed off all of these niggas because they're like, yo, that's not even a gun, you bitch ass nigga. And it just got worse. It just got so much worse. But then also he got treated like Green Lantern in Justice League War.
He's being carted off on stage with that whole Batman arm broken. Now talk.
They turned this nigga's arm the wrong way. Like it was if your arm ain't supposed to lean like this. Yep. But also I want to commend Dave Chappelle for Dave Chappelle actually convinced the people that was holding him, the security that was holding him, to let him go and talk to him. And Dave went to him and said, "Why did you do this?" And apparently the boy was very, very mental. Like it wasn't like there wasn't any trans thing. There wasn't any Will Smith motivated me to do this. There was none of that. Apparently this dude is a music artist who made a song called Dave Chappelle last year. And his reasoning to Dave Chappelle was, I did this because my grandmother's being gentrified out of her neighborhood in New York. And I was trying to bring attention to that. And it's just like, nigga, I think 2 + 2 = 5 to him. Like he's all over them. So clearly this young man was mentally unstable, but like that's the worst timing ever.
Go ahead, Herb.
I would say, you deserve an ass whooping when Jon Stewart even comes in and starts stomping motherfuckers out.
They all from New York. I'm not surprised. But
Jon Stewart's been on WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. But I think that, and this is just my opinion, not the opinion of Blerds and Whiskey, but the incident with Will Smith and Chris Rock may have opened the door for the unstables. This may have given them more carte blanche to feel like I need to do something like this. That's a great statement, and they go out there and they act on it. I think that's really what fuels the fire for that. And I don't think this is the last time we're going to see something like this.
I don't agree with that. Because people have been rushing stages forever.
Kanye West.
Like people have been rushing
and assaulting people. Kanye ain't assault nobody.
Yes.
Yes. They've been rushing stages and going after people for a very, very long time.
Which is also one of the things he kept saying about the Will Smith thing. That's nothing new.
Yeah, like Monica Seles was a tennis champion who got stabbed in the neck by a dude running on the court as she was playing. You know what I mean? Like that's not just because Will Smith did it. That doesn't add motivation to these people. These people are going to do it regardless. The thing about it is this shit has been happening forever. And why don't they hire some more attentive security guards to be at the stages? You know what I mean? This incident happened at the Hollywood Bowl, where I've heard and I've also seen there isn't very much security at the Hollywood Bowl, unless the performer has their security with them. So maybe we start investing, we should start investing in ways to protect people as opposed to just saying, oh, well, this person was motivated by this. Come on, man. I'm sorry, Trey. No, not trying to come for you or nothing. That's a real Fox Newsy take on the drink, man. Like that's real kind of like that's like low.
Trey the right. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Tucker Carlson.
Wow, wow, I'm not that bad.
I blame Will Smith for this.
Okay.
I know one thing for sure. If you go up there and think about doing this shit to Dave Chappelle again, I mean, they might have to. I mean,
make sure Busta Rhymes ain't there.
They took his arm off and put it back on the wrong way. Y'all playing Stomp in the Nut.
Treat that nigga like a Lego master. Wow. Okay.
This nigga walked in like X-Tentacion and walked out as a fucked up Mr. Potato Head.
Hey, y'all forget
Circus. Go ahead.
No. I was actually about to play off of what Genocide Circus was saying on YouTube. He said you got to be careful. Busta Rhymes, he's slow, but his submission game is strong, and he's an A fighter. That's a Def Jam Vendetta dig. And I was just about to say, y'all know Busta Rhymes really feels like that's him in real life. His character from that video game.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah. But moving on, I think we found somebody who's probably a little bit pettier than Mr. Petty himself. Drake went online talking about bigging up his son and said, I'm going to be the biggest supporter of my son. I wouldn't even give a damn if he was in a Roblox competition. I'm going to root the hell out of him. Then a troll decided to come out and said, I'm pretty sure that your son is up there ghostwriting your lyrics. So Drake took it amongst himself to go into that said person's Instagram post, and he followed his wife and said to her, I'm here if you need me anytime. And also said to him, hey, I just followed your wife because I'm sure that she's feeling real bad being with you. It wouldn't have been a big deal until we find out later on in the week that she went on Reddit and said that this nigga's pissed off because I'm following Drake and Drake is following me. It's just goddamn. Don't talk about people's kids because this nigga ain't did nothing but just followed her, and goddamn. I
wouldn't say he beats me in being petty for that. Now, if he, maybe Venmo'd her some money to put towards tickets to fly her out there, that would be more on my level. Like, I would probably like, oh, you say something about me and my son? I just sent your wife 2 tickets first class. Something like that would be something that I would do. Yeah. But, hey, shout out to Drake for following someone. Yeah.
No, I mean, his DM actually said, he sent to him, he said, I followed your wife and DM'd her because she looks like she's bored and needs some excitement in her life. Like, I mean, I guess the nigga's giving them some excitement. You interjected a conflict into this marriage that doesn't seem to be the most solid or stable. But I mean, as far as like petty goes, yeah, I mean that's petty, but that ain't like that ain't nothing crazy. He ain't on 50 Cent level until he's doing some 50 Cent shit. 50 Cent would have did some 50 Cent would have did the Dave Chappelle shit, flew her out, and then we're like, bitch, I just broke up your family. I didn't have you out here for no reason. Go ahead, Rick.
I'll say something like a Quan Mills topic, but go ahead.
Can I go next?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you know who does beat Mr. Petty and being petty though?
Who?
Pete Davidson.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's so committed to his stepdaddy position that he tattooed Kim and all 4 of Kanye's children on his neck for everybody to see. Okay? That's how committed. And I'm going to tell you why he did it. I'm going to tell you why he did it, or why I think he did it. And I'm going to let y'all weigh in. Pete Davidson is 28 years old. He's worth $8 million. Kim Kardashian is 41 years old, and she's worth $1.8 billion. He just want to get adopted. That's all. That is it, and that is all. And he wants to, he he wants to reverse Jamie Lannister this, and instead of having sex with his sister, he's having sex with his mama. That's it. He just want to secure his position. That's all that is. That's it. Because why are you doing all of this? Why? Because he's trying to secure the bag. He wants to get Kim pregnant so he can get father support. That's what that is. That's what it is.
Like
Tell me I'm lying.
He fumbled the Selena Gomez bag, but he's trying to get that Kim Kardashian bag.
He fumbled the what's her name? Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. That's what I meant. Selena Gomez, the same thing.
Kate Blanchett, the bitch that was in Underworld, that bitch, he fumbled that bag.
Yeah, wait, he got Kate Blanchett?
And this is his biggest, most expensive bag. So he got to go all in. He got the Kim, he got the my girl is a lawyer. He is committed to securing the bag this time.
Listen,
my theory.
Everybody can't be Kenan Thompson and be a Saturday Night Live member for the next 35 years. So, I mean, Pete just trying to secure his retirement. The tattooing and shit is a little bit weird because, I mean, you got to go off her track record. You know Kim be shipping niggas in and out like the fucking military. Like, so, like, you're only going to have but a short window. Like, he needs to start doing stuff to, like, he needs to latch off of her brand and put himself out there. Like, come up with a clothing line, you know what I mean, to make you look like a dude that's on heroin in the 80s in New York, the way that he dresses. Or, you know,
you already have Calvin Klein.
Or, you know, I mean, shit, tell her to talk to somebody at Netflix so you can get a special and you can get up there and tell your mid.
He got a special with Netflix.
Well, ain't this about look at Harambe work.
Wow.
This unfunny ass dude. Again, Pete Davidson is not that funny. Like, he really isn't that funny. People think he is, but I mean, hey, go ahead, latch on and get what you can while you can get it. Cause I'm telling you, this nigga got a good 6 months left. I promise you.
What, to live?
No, to be.
Have you seen Pete Davidson?
Until Kris Jenner finds the next it guy to hold her daughter out to. That's what he got.
Well, she already switched it up by having her date a white guy this time instead. Never mind. I'm just.
We don't know what Pete Davidson is though.
She's reached her.
You never know.
Yo, Pete Davidson is what Vin Diesel thought he was supposed to be as far as like racially ambiguous.
What y'all don't know is Kris Jenner is Ahmet's real life avatar, and she has her daughter sacrifice the souls of black men.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
So y'all want to talk about it? Let's go.
Oh my God.
Pick up the ball.
That's the clip of the week. That's the clip of the week.
Well, I guess since nobody else will do it, I'll do it. See, this is why we need an editor to cut this whole little fast 15 seconds chart out. But anyway, so speaking of Ahmet and sacrificing souls, the season, not series, the season finale of Moon Knight took place this past Wednesday. And just from my personal perspective, from my starting perspective, I feel like it was a really, really good ending to this fairly decent show. The show it had its moments where it wasn't the most action packed and where it didn't like flow the best. But I feel like this was one of the better Marvel TV shows. It seemed to come a lot. It didn't have all the problems of the reshoots like Falcon and Winter Soldier, and it didn't glorify a moron like it did in WandaVision. But it felt like a really good show. So how did you guys feel about the season finale?
I did enjoy it. And as you said, pacing is always an issue with most of these shows. I personally like the fact that it wasn't so interwoven into the other Marvel lore so that you can kind of watch it without having to like watch like the past 10, 15 years of MCU history to watch a show. So I did like that. Also like the fact that Moon Knight isn't one of the most well-known characters in Marvel Comics. So they kind of have like free range to kind of like alter and misinterpret and do what they want without having as much backlash about the show. So I feel like it was a pretty good, pretty good, decent show. It didn't have to follow the source material.
You done?
Are you?
I'm about to start. I'm about to begin.
Let's go.
All right.
I've been waiting for you to say something.
I know, because you be fucking trying to shade me through your whole damn spiel. But anyway, I actually enjoyed the ending. I thought it was good. Visually, it was stunning. I like the introduction of the Scarlet Scarab and the tie-in there. They actually gender bent that character. The final fight between Khonshu and Amet, yes.
Amet.
And I enjoyed that in the background. Don't really understand how that level of God fight goes, but she definitely pierced that Bama's chest with his own staff. So I was like, oh wait, is he dead? Like, okay, guess he's not. But yeah, it was a satisfying ending to that particular story. But I do disagree with you. I wish that it tied more into the MCU. I don't see the strings that it's tied to as of yet. So that may remain to be seen. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. It's mid. It's mid. Okay.
But you talked the most shit about it before. No,
and I'm going to keep talking the most shit about it because to me, I'm entitled to my opinion. To me, it's meh. All right. It's a thing.
It's meh, but I enjoyed it. How does that go together?
Because you can enjoy stuff but not be overjoyed about things. You can enjoy stuff and not be elated about things. You can have varying levels of enjoyment in your life.
I kind of agree with
really
that.
Got that. This nigga over here, look.
I do agree with that assessment as far as you can enjoy something without being like, so you're like, okay, it's decent. It's meh. I get that.
I enjoyed Jake Lockley shooting Arthur Harrow in the face.
Thank you.
Did anyone else kind of feel like Khonshu was kind of like a weak god to me? Like, I think the reason why he has so many avatars is because he can't fight. Like, I did get a bit of Falcon from Khonshu because it's just like, oh, you got one punch and then watch this nigga get served. Because like Ahmet was just like, hey, stop it. I love you. Nope. All right, I'm gonna just keep whooping your ass until you make you love me. So, but I felt honestly like I will say this: the build up to actually revealing Jake Lockley to us was actually kind of perfect. You know what I mean? Because the whole time you're just like, when are we gonna see Jake? And then you get like people who knew about Jake. Then you get a good minute and 30 seconds of Jake, and it's actually just perfect. I mean, yeah. I know there are some people out there who are probably like, why is he speaking Spanish? Jake doesn't speak Spanish. Get over yourselves. But I mean, it was actually pretty, like, down to the fucking the bowler hat or the Kangol hat, excuse me, and him actually being the driver. I thought it was pretty perfect. Also, I think Jake is the one that asked the chick out at the I forgot her name in the
I do too.
Because the way he got Harrow out of the hospital, the nurse comes over and he's tranquilo, mommy, tranquilo. I got you. Like hey, you suave ass murderer, get out of here. So, I really did enjoy it, and then that also the fight, like, so again, representation matters so much, right? And the director of the show has been very, very vocal about how he was upset watching Wonder Woman 84, not because of the body rape, but because of the representation of Egypt in it and how they did a lack of representation in it. And he has tried to redeem it so much with this show. And he has. And that moment where Layla, as the Scarlet Scarab, saves that car full of women, and the young girl looks at her and goes, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" She goes, "Yes." Like, that shit was so fucking dope. Because representation like that, like, we didn't grow up with shit like that. We didn't have stuff like that in our superhero movies or even our action movies. In our action movies, we were always the other end that held the bags and then got shot, which Kevin Hart is hell bent on reprising that role for The Rock in modern day. But that's neither here nor there. So, but I mean, it was really, really dope to see. Also, I know it was corny as fuck, but I really liked when Layla pulled her wings out and then they had the swords in. Like, I popped for that moment. Like, I had a real life, like, fanboy moment. But yeah, it's just dope as shit.
Didn't her armor look a lot better than Wonder Woman 84's armor? Because I felt like they had like a similar vibe, but I feel like
but it was way better.
Yeah.
It was like the perfect amount. It didn't need too much, whereas it wasn't gaudy. It was just right.
So Cam,
Right.
thank you for bringing back that point too, because I almost forgot about it. He did that directly as a shot at Wonder Woman 84. He did it. He literally did that shit to say, look, bitch, this is better than what you got. So like,
because like I said, I believe, like I think Layla's armor probably would have lasted a lot longer under the cheetah's attack from getting slashed.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they hyped the shit out of that armor.
They hyped the shit out of armor and then fucked it up in less than 2 seconds.
All right.
Like, what? Y'all lied to us.
She over here stopping bullets and laser blast and god tier like levels from like a giant alligator with dreads. And
also think about this though. Like when Layla is pent up against the car, right? And Mark is having that, and Mark is about to transform into Jake. And you know what? You see that everything slows down, and there's 3 henchmen with AKs, like they're literally like this
point blank.
They're shooting at her, and she's just sitting there like, you want to wake up and help? But like, if that was Wonder Woman's armor and shit, like you said, Cheetah literally was just doing this a whole bunch, and she fucked her whole armor up. Like,
basically. Real quick in the comments, Johnny D. Jackson, we had Storm, and I was saying earlier that she doesn't count as far as she counts as representation as Black, but she's more so African. She's not like you can't whittle her down to one particular class, in my opinion. Like you can say she's from Africa. She's a queen. She was
African in the first X-Men movie for like 30 seconds.
She was she was born in New York. Her dad was from New York. Her mom was from Cairo.
Yeah.
She was born in New York, and then she was raised in Cairo by both parents, and then the whole plane. And anyway, sorry.
No, you're right. You're pretty much our comics explain here. So yeah,
hashtag Camism. Okay.
There you go.
Because comics.
So I got an audible question for you guys. Who would be what would be the name of a superhero for the DMV? If we had representation for this area, who would it be?
Let's go in order. Let's go in order, please. Please let's go in order.
If it's a guy, Supermo.
Okay.
What's the power set? Come on, man. You got to give some background.
He
can beat his feet at the flash of light. There you go. I helped you out. Cam.
Oh man. All right. Definitely Mo would be in the name of somewhere. I think I've seen Blerds and Whiskey. I think on-camera guy said Justice Mo.
Justice Mo. Full positive fury, Joe.
His one weakness his weakness, his kryptonite is gentrification.
Oh shit! Oh. Kilmo is a Black Punisher.
Listen, y'all gotta ignore Johnny in the comments right now because we're not gonna be able to make it through.
But actually, it was Aaron the model who put that up there.
What was your power set?
The power of Mambo sauce, of course, his veins.
Oh fuck! All right.
You like instead of symbiote, like suit symbiote.
Wait. No, I got one.
Reeve, don't look at the comments.
I got one. Oh shit! Captain Marion Barry.
That's Captain Crack Rocks. That's what that is. He don't know what I'm talking about now. Shut up, Rick.
Captain Marion Barry. That's what I'm going to walk with.
And his weakness is being set up.
The bitch set me up.
She offered me drugs in the night. How am I gonna say no?
Rick Stroh, what you got?
All fucking right. So follow me, if you will, on a journey of young Trayvon Jackson. Trayvon was out having a long night of being out with his whole posse, with his whole crew. You know what I mean? They went to a go-go. They went and saw I don't know any of the young bands, but they went to a go-go, right? So then on Mother's Day was hungry, so they went to the carry out, they got 3 wings, and they got fries. Now, they noticed something a little bit strange with the mumbo sauce because it was red, but it wasn't the normal muted red. It glowed red. You know what I mean? And it also was a little weird because the person serving it to him had on this whole little Chinese joint. You know what I'm talking about? Like the whole robe and this weird hat. And then he was talking real weird. You know what I mean? Like he was talking like he had some type of, like the motherfucker was real old or something. So boom, young. They finished the motherfucking wings. They finished the motherfucking fries. They had a half and half. And you know what I mean? So niggas go home because they was tired. Then after they wake up, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
bro, steak and cheese and egg rolls be hit.
Chill, bro.
They was like, boom. Yo, y'all feeling weird? Because I feel weird, Joe. So the niggas they go and meet up at the park the next day. And then they realize they all got these weird ass powers, right? They got these weird ass powers. So now, ironically, it was 4 people in the crew. And all 4 of them are from the different 4 corners of the DMV. So you had Southeast Mo, you had Southwest Joe, you had Northeast Mo, and you had Northwest Bo. Right? So, Younger from Southeast, he was the one that always wore the phone posits. So he had super speed injected into his phone posits. The one from Southwest always had a heli on. No matter how cold or how warm it was outside, his heli made him invulnerable. The one from Northeast, right? The one from Northeast, he ain't give a fuck. He always had a North Face, right? So what happened was his North Face gave him the power of flights. So he could fly with his North Face, right? Then the one from Northwest, that nigga ain't get no powers because don't nobody give a fuck about Northwest.
Just make him invisible. He's invisible.
You know what his powers is? He knows exactly when the train is going to.
He know exactly when the Green Line train is coming.
Nah, Mo, I can hear that, John. It's on the way, man.
Hey, and the train about to be here in like 3 minutes, Joe. We gotta go.
you just made like the DC version of Power Rangers.
The Fantastic Bammers, Joe. It's the Fantastic Bammers.
The Fantastic Mo.
Oh.
Yo, and then they have to like some of their powers. Is Jai like, yeah? And then he's like, Northeast.
No, but you didn't mention bruh New Balance because your New Balance, the 993, you know, that was your set.
He'll be the Green Ranger. He's a guest appearance. He shows up later.
Or the Nike boots. Don't forget the Nike boots.
No, hold up. No. He comes in later like the Green Ranger because remember, Baltimore sees these DMV heroes, these DC heroes, they get pissed off. So they bring the power of their 991s that they had stored away, and they give them to somebody who was born in Mo County.
No.
And then he infiltrates the DC4. Y'all niggas don't know about this.
Please take this down.
Right now.
Take this down.
We have to do a whole entire comic strip on this, like for real. And I'm pretty sure.
Oh shoot.
Speaking of weird out of the box shit that people are supporting for no reason, Mr. Petty, you want to kick to something, please?
So today's Mother's Day, so I'd like to give a special shout out to all the moms out there. You are mother is the word God amongst the lips of children, as Brandon Lee once said. So I'd like to give a special shout out to this mother of a lot of comic book fandom. So let's go ahead and roll our character of the week. Shout out to the moms. Character of the week. Today's character of the week is Wanda Maximoff, also known as Scarlet Witch.
This bitch
She debuted in the 1960s along with her twin brother Pietro Maximoff. Back then, she was depicted as a mutant whose parents were the Wizard and Miss America, and Magneto saved them from the village that was trying to destroy them. So reluctantly, they became members of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants until they realized exactly how far down along Magneto's intentions were, and they decided to become Avengers later on. Are you with me so far? So later, it was retcon, and that's a word you're going to hear a lot. In the 80s, her and her brother turned out to be children of Magneto. I mean, look at Pietro's hair. Only for, in 2015, for it to be retcon, her parents turned out to actually be a Wizard and Miss America, who were the results of the high evolutionary messing around with genetics. So it turns out she's not a mutant after all. She's a witch, she's a mutant, she's a witch, she's a mutant, she's both. A product of science. She's a product of science and magic. Product of mutant genetics and X gene and magic. Does your brain hurt yet? Powers and ability. Originally, her powers were manifesting with a probability of bad luck. Then later, it was reinforced into what's known as Hexbolt, only for her powers and abilities to be retconned into reality-altering powers. So she went from, I don't know, waving her hands at Cyclops and he gets an eyelash stuck in one of his eyes, or someone slips on a banana peel, to I can re-envision the basic subatomic structure and change it to my will. So her powers is plot device and plot holes. 2005, Avengers disassembled. Wanda's fault. Originally supposed to be like a starting point, a refresh or a revamping of the Avengers without actually destroying some of the works they've done before, but essentially they destroyed some of the works from before, such as the death of Hawkeye. It's just a whole lot of ideas they thought would be a great idea, and they used Wanda as the focal point to be like, you know what, who else to explain it? So they used Wanda. And then she had lost 2 imaginary children. The Vision is an android and he is not built to procreate, yet somehow twins were born. Based off of magic, they were absorbed. That was too much for her to bear, so she went off. Her powers were so out of control due to the aftermath of Avengers Disassembled. They had a meeting whether or not to kill a fellow Avenger. I bet you Spider-Man had a different idea now. While having this discussion, Pietro was naturally grief-stricken by the thought people that he trusted and loved deciding the fate of his own twin sister. So, guess what just happened? We get the House of M storyline. House of M storyline was Wanda going full tilt beyond Omega level. She altered reality to the point where everyone that she knew, their own hearts and desires made into a reality. Spider-Man was married to Gwen Stacy. Uncle Ben was still alive. It was a universe where Magneto had his wish, where mutants were the top tier of the hierarchy of society. Humans were, I won't say sub, but second-class citizens. Captain America got his wish where he was never frozen, so he was pretty much like 100 and something at this time. There was a lot that was just so wonderful and happy. Little by little, certain Marvel superheroes were realizing that the world that they're currently living in is not the real world. Magneto was naturally pissed. Like another mental breakdown from Wanda, and she uttered the words, "No more mutants," thus decimating 90% of the mutant population, not killing them, but taking away their powers. So all that's to say that the main reason behind all of her stuff is Kevin Feige. So a lot of the reimagining and the retconning that was going on with Wanda had to do with the fact that there was a lot of in-house fighting with Marvel. So yeah, shout out to Scarlet Witch, Mother of the Year. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes. And then their parents are going to be close to our ages. So their parents are going to be the one that's going to have all of that stuff. And
the entire break.
So that's the way we're going to do this. Y'all motherfuckers don't know. We set up this whole DC universe.
The DMV.
Shout out to me for doing hashtag camism. I'm going to have a more detailed, more Wanda slander going on when I upload it tomorrow. So yeah, follow hashtag camism on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. So as you all can tell, I had a lot to say about Wanda. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this to Rick Stroh, because I know my man got that nice shirt that spoke on everything. We warned y'all that we were going to do spoilers.
Can I just say this
before we even get started? I just gotta say about the experience that we had on Friday night. People. So for those of you who don't know, Rick Stroh is 6'5". he is a big motherfucker. So he has this shirt that provokes people who are fans of Wanda to want to say something to him. And as we're walking through the mall, people are like,
No.
Like they were choosing the right decision as he walks past them. And he's just like, he's walking through the mall, chest out, barrel chest out, like, say something, bitches. Please, like by all means.
But here's
nobody said anything to him about it, but yeah, they definitely
somebody did say, they didn't say it to him, but when that person said it,
so
it definitely had it had you, it had Rick, and what's the young lady that was with you that day? All three of y'all motherfuckers, as soon as y'all came over, as soon as she said this, Kalani came out there and said, hey, I don't know. I think Wanda's right.
I was going to spare your wife the embarrassment, but
here's the thing. I had this conversation with myself before we got there.
You should have had it with her.
No, I want no. She's her own woman. She can go ahead. She reads up on it. She's her own woman. And guess what? Psychopath.
Oh shit.
Bamos,
so
and broccoli tip. So go ahead.
I'm done with y'all need. I'm not reading it. So I will say this: the whole time we watching the movie, I was sitting next to Herb, and then his wife is on the other side of him. The whole time watching the movie, all I hear is, "Yeah, girl, get him." Okay, Wanda, and I'm looking. I'm like, if you don't cut that shit out, because she's legitimately she's cheering and pushing on this nonsense. Now, if for those of you who are watching right now, you don't know what we're talking about. Of course, we're talking about Blerds Night Out at the movies, and we went to my favorite place. Clearly, not everybody else's favorite place, based on the complaints that I was getting. But at Tyson's Corner, we went to go see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, my shirt says it all. If you want to see a full look at the shirt, go to my Instagram, Rick Stroh. Shout out to Mr. Petty for taking the dope pic. But Wanda is the fucking worst. And this movie just reinforced it so much. There were so many people who at the end of WandaVision was like, oh, she's been redeemed. And these are people who clearly don't understand context, who don't understand what's going on, who don't know anything about
House of M.
Right. Or who don't know anything about Marvel outside of what you've seen in the movies. She was not redeemed. She did not apologize to any of these people. Then at the end of the fucking episode, at the end of the fucking series, she's reading the Darkhold, the Book of the Damned. Like, if you've seen The Evil Dead, or if you've seen The Mummy, remember in The Mummy when the dude said you mustn't read from the book? It's the same shit that applies to the Darkhold. And here this bitch is astral projecting herself, reading the whole book, looking for her fake ass kids that don't really exist.
Happy Mother's Day, Wanda.
This was the perfect. What's the name?
They released it around Mother's Day.
Exactly.
They did it on purpose.
Perfect. It was perfect.
I mean,
what is someone's actually just like, other than the hatred of Wanda? I mean, what does actually want everyone think of the movie though?
So we'll go in order, of course. The movie itself, it was, of course, again, Marvel did a great job visually. Sam Raimi put his fucking foot in this movie, in my opinion. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. It's captivating. It definitely it's a Raimi film. So you're gonna get your jump scares. You're gonna get it's a Marvel horror film. So I want to see Sam Raimi. This makes me desire to see Sam Raimi direct other things like Man Thing or hell, if they fucking let Sony stop being assholes, him do Morbius. Like that would be amazing. That would be amazing to see him doing Marvel Knights in general. That would be beautiful. The darker side of the X-Men. I would love to see him do stuff like Wolfsbane or hell, Saber. Imagine Sabretooth getting his own movie done by Sam Raimi. That would be amazing.
Imagine the Midnight Suns getting a movie done by Sam Raimi.
Imagine what the original concept of the New Mutants was supposed to be, but directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
It would be beautiful. But overall, I and this is getting a higher rating than Moon Knight. I highly enjoyed this. I laughed, I yelled, I screamed at the screen, like, what the fuck? Like, and
I was next to him.
Yeah, it was a seat in between us. Unfortunately, somebody spilled something in that seat. Yeah,
I really
exactly.
hope it was.
I don't know.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who's a little disappointed that they cut the movie down from 3 hours to 2 hours? Because I felt like I needed and I wanted more from some of these story arcs. So was I the only person that actually, instead of being grateful that it was cut down, am upset that it was cut down?
I'm not upset.
I'm going to say this. Yes and no. Yes, I would have loved to see more, but I think what they did as far as the pacing of this movie was actually really good. I mean, and like we said before the show, this is spoilers, so you have been warned. The first 2 minutes into the movie, we already see fighting and shit off the break. So it was fast paced for me. I feel like it was, the pacing was amazing. Getting back on to what Trey said as far as with Sam Raimi. Let's just talk about the fact that Wanda pulled off the fucking Matrix and just told, how could Black Bolt say something to me when he doesn't even have a fucking mouth? That's right there.
That shit was brutal.
God
that shit was brutal.
God damn.
Mr. Petty?
I'm going to be that guy.
Here we go.
I did enjoy the movie, so that's why I was very positive with Mr. Proper's response when he says I enjoyed it, but it was still kind of meh. A lot of the after in-game movies from Marvel have been just okay, and I'm okay with it because I understand what I'm getting myself into. I'm not expecting like the same excitement that you had for all these movies that built up 10, 15 years of lore. I understand that I'm not seeing like an interwoven like movie, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I get like I'm watching like a small part of the entire universe. So I'm not looking for something to be wowed by. I'm just looking to enjoy what this movie is. A 2-hour fan fest, like fan servicey, wonderful special effects, maybe a little bit of plot driven, but character arc. I mean, they said they follow the same formula. Hey, let's laugh a little bit, let's cry a little bit, let's enjoy something for the fans a little bit, and let's set something up for another movie a little bit, and move on to the next film. And that's kind of what Doctor Strange was. So I'm very like, I enjoyed it. It was still meh, but I enjoyed it. I mean, do I have my issues? Of course. Like how he has a buzzsaw that can cut a bus, but still has trouble with the tentacle monster, like Shumagarath. Like I don't get it. Like
he's got to prepare it. He's got to put together. And
he was
Gargantos. That was Gargantos.
Gargantos. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's battled Thanos, who had 4 out of the 5 stones, but he can't fight an eye monster. He's and then like I don't know, some weird like the weird CG, like some parts had really great special effects. I'm like, okay, let her really put their foot into it. And there was some parts I was like, I don't like the Gargantos battle was very almost too green screeny and had no weight to it. So I was kind of like a little disappointed in how high of a budget and how far we've gone along with Marvel, only to see this as a final product. So I was disappointed in that spot. But other than that, in general, I overall did enjoy the fact that I avoided a lot of spoilers. I was avoiding spoilers like the plague.
Man, they got.
I'm sorry. Oh my OMG, guys! Teenage Mutant Ninja Mode. Instead of being raised by a rat, they're raised by a crab.
Stop it,
Johnita. Get the hell out of here!
Go sit down.
I'll forgot where I was ending this with. I know somewhere along the line of like, I lost my train of thought, man. I don't know where I was going. Like, forget it. Move on.
So another audible question, real quick. I'm sorry to cut everybody off. I'm sorry. Rick Strosa, do you hate Elizabeth Olsen now as much as you hate Wanda?
No, I don't. I have no problem with Elizabeth Olsen. Right. I hate her sisters for killing Heath Ledger, but I have no problem with Elizabeth Olsen.
Am I the only one that looks at Elizabeth Olsen and be like, oh, so that's what the twins look like if they didn't go to Pete Davidson?
If they ate food?
If they didn't do heroin. I said it. I don't care. Anyway, Rita,
what was your thoughts on this movie, please?
I was the one who asked y'all, but I was the one who asked. So,
all right.
Okay, but no, I do have one more question. Shit. How did you guys all feel about the final post-credit scene, like the final post-credit scene, where it ended? No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, to me, it's a slap in the face. It's like, motherfuckers, get out of our theater. Literally, like, it's done. Get over it. Get the fuck out. So, like, come on, man. You know what we're here for. We're your addicts at this point. You know what we're here for. Tease is the next thing that's happening. Give me my fix, motherfucker. That's how I feel. But that's me.
I mean, I'm tired of the Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi bromance. Like, hey, Bruce Campbell, all right, I get it. Fuck, he's funny. He contorts his face. He makes sounds. All right,
they're also really good friends.
Nobody has given a fuck about Ash Williams since fucking 1998. Nobody. So I mean, I get it.
So what you're trying to tell me is you didn't enjoy Bruce Campbell in any of the Spider-Man trilogies?
I don't give a fuck. Not a single fuck. I could have cared less. You know what? That same character that he played in every one of those 3 Sam Raimi Spider-Mans could have been played by Joseph Johnson. You know who the fuck Joseph Johnson is? Because I don't. And it would have made the same fucking impact on my life. There was
almost a dick joke there.
Adam Sandler learned his shit from Sam Raimi. That's all I'm saying. I don't fucking care. And everybody's just like, oh, Bruce Campbell playing Pizza Possible is so amazing. Fuck that shit. Anybody else could have killed that. I could have killed it. Oh, Pizza Papa's got to get paid and eat some of my nasty ass pizza balls that look like fucking infested testicles. Like, no one fucking cares.
Like, that was some shit straight out of like Fear Factor too.
That shit looks so fucking nasty. And here's America Chavez popping her in her mouth, and it's just look fucking. Those are diseased testicles. No one wanted them. No one wanted them.
Red spotted testicles.
So I did. I'm gonna say what I mean. I forgot the question already. I will say this though about the movie, and this is my take on it, and maybe my interpretation is wrong, so y'all tell me. But I felt like that scene with the Illuminati when they introduced everybody, and then within like 5 minutes they were dead, so called them Kill Illuminati, but whatever. But I felt like that was Marvel's answer to everyone who's been asking for fan theories and fan service and fan casting. I feel like what they did is you're like, you know what? Hey, we'll get you your Professor X. We'll get you your Mr. Fantastic. We'll get cool. You like it? No, then take it all away. It's like fuck your feelings. We make what we want to make.
So the question was, how did you feel about the final post-credit scene? That was the question, King.
Oh, okay. Classic Raimi, classic Bruce Campbell, which is a great combo that should never ever go away as long as either one is still alive. They should forever keep doing movies. It's not like he took over the movie. He was like 2-3 minutes, man. 2-3 minutes set you off like that, man. 2-3 minutes? Really? 2 minutes?
It is 3 minutes. It's not 2-3 minutes. It's 20. It's 30 plus years of this shit.
Yeah.
30 plus years of this shit.
So,
Herb, what do you want to say?
Herb.
So I just want to address the elephant in the room about the first.
Here he goes stealing thunder again. Good.
No, I just want to address it. I mean, with what's her name coming out of there from
Clea.
Furious. No. I'm talking about.
You talking about Cypher?
I'm talking about Cypher showing up. I just want to know. I mean, with her getting her knife and slicing through the air, and then all of a sudden we go into another dimension. Does this tie in Fast and the Furious?
Did it fucking look like the Fast and the Furious dimension she sliced into, motherfucker? No, it didn't.
I want to know. I mean,
it's not. It's clear. It's Doctor Strange's real girlfriend. Fuck the little nurse bitch. No, she can get up out of here. No, it's clear. The love of his life, the niece of Dormammu. That's who she is. That's all she is. She's not Cypher. Fuck that.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
I kind of want to stay on the movie before we trail off into that realm. So I want to go back to the whole Illuminati aspect of it. First off, the whole audience laughing when Mordo says the Illuminati will see you now was just so emergent, breaking, and disappointing to me because it's just a bunch of people who don't know what the fuck's going on. But let's go down the list of Illuminati members. And again, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna do you guys a service who haven't seen the movies. Spoilers are coming. I'm about to give you the whole list of Illuminati people. All right, so first we get Captain Carter, right? We get Captain Carter, and then she throws her shield at Doctor Strange, and it's just like at first, I don't know. When I remember watching the What If episode with Captain Carter, and I was like, damn, I would love to see her in live action. But in watching the movie, all I kept feeling was, I don't like you. I don't know what. Like she was very, very unlikable as Captain Carter, and I don't know if it's because if in the A3
as Agent Carter.
Yeah, no, Captain Carter. As Captain Carter in What If, I loved it. And Captain Carter in this, it was like they I don't know what they told her.
They put a jetpack on her.
They could have put her in a muscle suit or something, some stilts or something to make her look, a little bit more,
I'm talking about her attitude. Like, it's just, she didn't come off as very, like, Captain America's a little bit more hopeful. He's a little bit more analytical of the situation. He looks at things as a whole. And she was just like, no, fuck you and your whole lineage. I'm about to put this shield right through your face, motherfucker. Like, and it came off as very unlikable to me. Then
it came off as hostile, I think, because of how she was introduced, and we're used to Captain America being the one bringing peace, the one trying to make things
the one
let's all calm down. Yeah.
Comics book said he's waiting for Skinny Steve to show up.
Basically, yeah.
No, he lived. He was frozen in a little fake Iron Man.
He was frozen in the Hydra Buster. Go back and watch that episode.
Okay.
Right? All right. So then we have who was next after? Oh, then also we have Maria Rambo as Captain Marvel, who again I hate to be this guy. She was also very, very unlikable. Like Doctor Strange is talking, he's like, "Oh well, we have the Scarlet Witch from my universe. She's coming for you. We'll deal with your little witch." Ma'am, you not like do y'all not know that the Scarlet Witch is super, super powerful and super, super emotional about her fake kids and her robot dildo? Like, she's very, very upset about not having these things. And y'all are just like, "Oh, we just blow it off. You're more dangerous than she is." No, this nigga ain't. Like, I just like I was happy to see a Black woman playing Captain Marvel. Then at the same time, I was just like, God damn, Lashana Lynch. Like, they told you to watch a whole bunch of Love and Hip Hop before you came into this role because that's what you're coming off as.
Dear God.
Is it me or like this is it's just every council is just always wrong. Like when he's like we're just built to hate the council. It's like, hey, I want to tell you this. We as a council, we all agree that this is a bad decision. I think this is actually the right decision. Nope. Council agrees. 4 out of 5.
I think they purposely do that because you gotta, if you think deeper into it, in order to get to be pretty much you can surmise they are probably the rulers of that universe. They're the rulers of that planet. Anytime there is an overt council, something like that, even the Council of Reeds in the comics, they feel like they rule everything. We're the shit, we know everything. So they all have that level of arrogance. So I think they did right by playing into that.
And you can definitely tell that Reed Richards is one of the technological leaders of that world because they changed the fucking stop signs. Red means go and green means stop. Reed, you son of a bitch.
So didn't you guys disappear in the 60s?
I gotta get to that. But next we're introduced to Blackguard Boltagon, which is just the fucking worst name ever. Who, for those of you who don't know, is Black Bolt, the name of the Inhumans, the leader of the Inhumans.
From the show, I was actually god awful show,
and I was actually encouraged by his name is Houston. It's Houston something. I forget his last name. I'm spacing on it right now. But he's the same actor that played Black Bolt in the show that nobody saw. If you have Disney Plus, go on and look at it.
I watched it.
So that makes me and you as the only two people I know that actually finished the whole goddamn show.
I saw 5 minutes of one episode and turned it off.
Hoping it would get better. It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch, but I watched it wanting to support.
If you can make it through this 8-episode series, you're one of the toughest people I know. I'll just say that. But I was encouraged to see him in full-on Black Bolt. He had the tuning fork on his head. He had the full-on costume. I was excited by that. Then we get to fucking Reed Richards, which, again, when I saw it on Thursday night, the movie popped me because it was John Krasinski as Reed Richards. I was very, very excited for this. Then Dr. Strange said to him, I thought he said, I got it, Trey, just relax. I thought he was saying, didn't you guys disappear in the 60s? But he said, didn't you guys chart in the 60s? But that also leads me to believe that they will be coming to us in the main 616 universe. And also, if you weren't paying attention, Reed Richards showed up with a very, very, very outstanding beard. It was almost as if he went to blerdsandwhiskey.com and clicked on our partners tab and went to beard struggle. And he got his beard balms, his beard oil, the hot combs to make sure that your shit don't look all nappy and weird. You got all of the things that you need, your good smells to make your beard smell, to make your beard palatable and make your woman want to actually smell you and not back off from your stinky ass. Use the promo code BLERDS1 to get 15% off your purchases from the Beard Struggle. Go on our partners page, go on to blerdsandwhiskey.com, click on our partners tab, go to Beard Struggle for all of your beard needs. Go ahead, Cam. What were you about to say?
So I love Sam Raimi's like horror movie kill 'em all effect on, especially on the Illuminati, when he just where Wanda just wiped all of them out with ease. Except for the fact that isn't Captain Marvel's powers based off of one of the Infinity Stones?
Yeah. Keep in mind,
MCU.
Hers or not. And also MCU, like you're saying.
So, and also Wanda's powers, I believe, are also based off of one of the Infinity Stones too.
So it should have been a draw, right?
Yeah, Except for the fact that they had Captain Marvel get defeated by a bunch of rocks. I was in the theater, and when she collapsed, I was like, rocks, my one weakness. Who knew?
Like Thanos punches harder than those rocks.
Right. And like, you need to tell me hold on. You need to tell me a bunch of rocks fell on you and that was it. You couldn't lift them up. You couldn't push those rocks off. Maybe she went to blerdsandwhiskey.com and went to our partners page and partnership, and maybe she would have got some Phoenix Fit, right? She could have went and got FNX Blerds 1 and used a promo code to get some of the 1-3 to get some FNX Blerds 1-3, and she could have used that promo code to get some pre-workout, some protein post-workout, some supplements, the Restart AM protein blend, anything.
He's just reading the ad.
Shut up, man.
He's just reading off the screen.
She could have used air to push those rocks off, but no. She probably listened to Reed Richards. It was like, hey, I promise you, I will fix you or something. I don't know, whatever Reed Richards promises, he never fulfills.
All right. Okay.
I wasn't going to go into details about how they all got killed. I was just going to name the members of the Illuminati.
Oh, I love the death scenes. Like Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic's death scene was definitely one of the better ones.
And then she popped his head. No, hold up. Xavier.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't introduce Charles. Give me a second. I was just going to say, and then the last member of the Illuminati that we're introduced to outside of Carl Mordo with dreadlocks, which is the only change from his character arc, is Professor Charles Xavier, who comes in this full-on school bus yellow-ass hover chair, and he has on his olive green suit. And then, if that's not all that lets you know that this is the Charles from the cartoon series, they kick in a little bit of the music from the theme song from the cartoon kicks right in as soon as he comes gliding his old crippled ass across the floor to come and talk to Strange.
But it was great though. Don't hate on it. It was great.
No, I'm not hating at all. I'm not hating at all. Herb, I literally just said olive green suit. Anyway, but no, pay attention. Pay attention, goddammit. So anyway, like I mean, I really appreciated this Illuminati set. I like the bringing in of old characters. I like the recasting of old characters. I like bringing in John Krasinski when the fans losing their minds. And unlike most people, I feel like John Krasinski showing up as Reed Richards is that's just so exciting because now he's going to show up. But then also, now, for those of you that finished WandaVision, you met He Who Remains. He Who Remains is a version of Kang. That version is played by Jonathan
Majors.
Jonathan Majors, who of course is black. And then you have John Krasinski playing Reed Richards. So that leads me to think, what happened here? Because a direct descendant of Reed Richards is a black man, and Reed Richards is the whitest of the white men. So what happened? Who's black in that lineage? Does anybody want to take a guess? Anybody have any ideas?
You never know.
Not too long ago, I did a character of the week mentioning how Susan Storm had what's the word that I'm going to use from now on, thanks to Multiverse of Matt, had an incursion with T'Challa.
An entanglement?
No, we're using incursion. Incursion is the new word because they threw that word a lot in Multiverse of Matt. They wanted you to understand that this word is going to be used a lot. You caused an incursion. Mr. Proper.
T'Challa took his 869 and invaded her box.
Jesus, you did not just say that.
He's like, she's invisible, but I still know the spot. Anyway, no, Mr. Proper, I was right next to you when the word incursion came up, and you and I were like, and you popped a little bit more than I did. But would you like to explain to the audience why that word incursion means so much to anyone who read a comic book in their life?
Because there is basically in the comics they have the situation where we're going to get a secret. We're going to get secret wars, not secret war, secret wars. Jonathan Hickman's famous Fantastic Four and Avengers run is something that can possibly happen, and I know it never exactly happens like the comics, but it possibly could happen in the future, where we get God King Doom, where we get Thanos coming back from the dead, where we get worlds of different multiversal beings fighting. I'm talking about Hyperion. I'm talking about their whole thing. The basically the Justice League amalgamation of themselves in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We could have these worlds literally colliding, and we really have a 616 Illuminati that is making a decision to whether they're going to destroy this planet or they're going to find a way to get around it. They resurrect the Infinity Stones. I'm not going to spoil it, but just fucking go read Jonathan Hickman. Go look up Jonathan fucking Hickman.
So that's why I was telling people, like, so there are also as it was like we've all agreed that we enjoyed the movie, that we liked it. There is a sect of people out there who are staunchly against the movie and who are railing against it because they didn't get Tom Cruise as Superior's Iron Man, and because they didn't get to delve into the whole mutant backstory. And that's why I'm just like, everybody just relax, because the whole theme of Phase 4 so far right now is they're giving you story, like you said earlier, they're giving you stories that don't connect, but there is connective tissue throughout everything. So I don't know, like I talked to Mr. Popper about this when we were driving back from the movies on Friday, and I think I'm ready to talk about this now. If you actually pay attention, there is a Kang thread throughout everything from Phase 4. There's literally there's one overt Kang reference, and then there are a bunch of little breadcrumbs spread throughout, right? So the first 3 phases, they just was like, oh, Thanos is coming. They're beating you over the head with it. The perfect pivot to that is being very, very understated and going below the tide, and just the big bad is coming. You kind of feel it, but
you're not going to see it coming.
You have no idea that it's coming. And Kang is going to wreak complete hell in Quantumania, and he's been there throughout the whole time. Even in Moon Knight with the whole Egyptian background, like there are Pharaoh Rama Tut references all over. Even the QR code on the finale episode leads you to...
And they've been confirmed too. It's not just allegations. They've been confirmed. So you have to follow the breadcrumbs.
Right. And like I said, the QR code that you can see in the last episode leads you to an issue of Moon Knight versus Kang. Like, it's not as overt as it was in the first 3 phases, which to me seems which is so much more beautiful. And then again, we also aren't going to get another big Avengers movie, Avengers crossover, excuse me, until I believe it's like 25 or 26. And the scuttlebutt is that it's going to be Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like these all are very good standalones, but it's going to be something big and catastrophic is coming for you. Go ahead, Mr. Petty.
I'm just gonna my final thoughts on WandaVision on Multiverse of Madness is a lot of what's been going on with Wanda could have been just simply solved with the same thing I recommend to most of her fans is therapy. Like a good portion of what was going on as far as like theoretically, theoretically, there's multiverses, which means that yes, your kids are out there. Your kids are out there as manifestations or real people with the actual version of you. So you're in your mind, that they're out there, loved, safe, and a happy family. But she wanted them for herself. It had no righteous indignation or anything like self-righteous about what was going on with her. There was no good cause. Empathy and understanding villains is not the same as justifying them. And a lot of people go, well, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand a lot of reasons why people do a lot of stuff, but I don't justify it by saying, well, that's good. I good for them. And I think that's where a lot of people get that disconnect with Wanda. It's like, yeah, I love my kids. I would do anything for them. So you mean to tell me you would murder like 80% of other realities just to sleepwalk into another version of yourself so you can still like be with them? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's my wife. That's my wife.
Bro, I'm trying to save your marriage.
No,
bro.
Said that.
All right, guys. Look, it's
real quick, Trey. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. Then you can go on. Like I said on Twitter, if you're still rooting for Wanda at this point, you're the problem. Go ahead, Trey.
Facts. It is now 1:16. It's time to go.
Yeah. All right.
Hold on. Real quick. I'm sorry. Genocide Circus on YouTube said y'all didn't notice that one of the universes strange in America. What are you talking about? I need him to explain that.
Well, he can explain that to you in the Discord as we go after the show. If y'all don't know Discord, we'll put the Discord links in the comment section.
I did it earlier. I thought I did.
Hey, put it on again. I will ramble on about something until you find the cut code. But let me ask a question. Miss Rita, you were actually one of the main ones that was really interested in the Multiverse of Madness. You actually haven't said much yet, though. I mean, you've agreed with a lot of us.
I've agreed, but given the fact that it's 1:17, I'm going to reserve my comments for another time because it is Mother's Day and I love y'all, but I gotta go.
That's true. That's true. I was just trying to give Mr. Proper time to finally cut and paste and stuff.
Yeah, you can't post the links on YouTube. You got to post some shit on. Hey, you got to go to the Twitch. It's on Twitch.
Anywho, but guys, it's been fun. Go and watch Multiverse of Madness. Like, share, subscribe, and
these Incredible Hawks are kicking my ass.
Down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink,
motherfucking drink.
You got Trey probably trying to put ice in your cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that Technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.